of the one Paul here. Today I'm going to be making like a part 2. It's an add-on from what I talked about yesterday. And if you saw yesterday's video, I kind of gave you a formula using Ghost Market Pro, but I also gave you some alternatives you can do if you don't want to use Ghost Market Pro. This is basically using specific moving averages that kind of help with your trading. If you don't want to do Ghost Market Pro, you can do an alternative, which is CMA Trends, which will give you the same thing, but you'll need a membership to TradingView if you want to benefit like with Ghost Market Pro. And then there's the third alternative on there, which means if you can do 3 smooth moving averages, but if you can fit everything in one indicator, but you're not going to get the indications. It's not going to be red or green. You're not going to be able to see the moments visually on where you should be getting in, and that's a big key to this strategy. Today, if you saw yesterday's video, I did everything on a 4-hour, which basically means you have to wait on a 4-hour for the bars to change from red to green or green to red. Today, I kind of want to show you an added step that you can do. You'll need 3 indicators, and I kind of hinted at it in the last video which one it was. But you basically add this in with it, and you'll be able to find spots of getting in where you don't have to wait as much. You can find more areas of doing trades, but you still got to, in my opinion, you could still have to wait on the 4-hour, but you'll know exactly when to enter the trade and when to exit. And adding this to this formula kind of helps a lot, but I still do the main strategy that I talked about yesterday, but this is a nice add-on in case you guys want to get some trades, especially short term. If you want to do this on the hour, I wouldn't go anything below 15 minute time frame for this strategy. If you're going to apply it like I did in the last video, I would stick with the 4-hour. That's just my opinion. But anyway, let me show you the strategy. Okay, so what we could tell right here, if we look at the 4-hour on the Japan yen, if we got in right here, we could turn off the candles here. This is a lot easier to see if you turn off the candles. But basically the additional indicator that you need is the moving average of 5. So you need the 5 and the other 2 that I talked about in yesterday's video, which was the 90 and the 95. Now, this is good if you have Ghost Market Pro. You can do this all in one setting. You will have your 5 moving average. You have it color coded. You will have your 90, which will be color coded, and your 95, which will be color coded. The other alternatives, which I'm really not going to go into, but if you want to know, just go into CMEMA trend bars. You're going to need to click this 3 times. I showed you in yesterday's video. You're going to have to do this 3 times. You're going to have the 90, the 95, and you'll have these ones. You would just plug in 5. You'll plug it in 5, 90, and 95. That's what you'll plug in with the CMA trend bars. That is the other alternative if you don't want to get Ghost Market Pro. This will still give you it'll give you the same thing that you see here. And the other alternative is if you go to 3 smooth moving averages. And the 3 smooth moving average, you go to your inputs, you type in the 3 of them right here. The only disadvantage to this one is you're not going to get the color codedness, but you're going to get all 3. You won't see visually your direction, unless you see the crossing. You're not going to see the direction. I find it when it's color coded, it really helps. So there's 3 alternatives to using this strategy. Use what's best for you, but I'm going to do Ghost Market Pro. So if you saw yesterday's video, I did it on the 4-hour. We basically looked at this line, and we looked we look for the moment when it goes from green to red, red to green, and those are the moments you enter for the best results. So we're going to be using the 5 as an additional moving average. So what you want to do is you want to wait for that 5 to cross the same moment when it changes color with the green to red, red to green. So if you can see right, I'm going to see a couple scenarios here. If you want to do some scalps, or if you want to know when to get in and get out. Now this works particularly Forex. It's good for Forex. It's a little bit more volatile when it comes to crypto and things like that, but it still works the same. But it works the best, I believe, with Forex. So right here you see it goes from green to red, and we also see the 5 turning red too. So we see both directions going red. So you would basically enter here on the 4-hour and then just ride it out. Now what I love about this is what I would do is I would enter on a 4-hour, and we can see that right here. So it crosses right here. The EMAs cross right here. So what I would do in this situation is, I can't switch because this is later on, but what I would do is after it crosses, I would look for a cross, and then I'd go down to the hour, and then I'd follow the hour. I'd follow the 5 on the hour, and once the 5 starts changing color, that's when I would get out. So you'll know, and this will work long term if you're doing a long term strategy, but you got to be kind of quick about it if it's kind of one of these moves. If it's a quick trade, then you got to be quick on it. But anyway, here's a couple examples here. We see that it goes from red to green, and then we also see the 5 turn green too. And we can basically stay in the trade until it hits here, and then we can get out right here. So it pretty much shows you when to enter, when to exit, for the most part. And for the most part, you'll find a lot of good scalping strategies here. So we see it crossing here, and then it goes up here, and then it changes color right about here. This is when you exit. Okay, so let's look for another moment where it crosses. That's not big enough for me. Let's see, we got to go from red to green. Here we go. Here it goes from red, then green. We see the green's also shooting up, and it's also green. So you would enter here, you would exit up here because it starts changing color right here. I mean, you could stay in if you want, but, these are 4-hour candles, so you would have made a lot of profit anyway if you just wrote it up to here. But basically, it tells you when to get out. So that's why I like the strategy so much. So anyway, the point of this strategy, if you follow what I did yesterday and you just focus on the 4-hour and you wait for the bars to turn from green to red, red to green, you'll usually have to wait a while, and you really don't know when to get out. That's what the 5 moving average is for. If it's color coded for you, you'll know exactly when to get out. So I really use the strategy that I talked about yesterday, but if you want to do a scalp or a trade and you want to know when to get out of it, this is a good strategy to get some good scalp trades going on there. It's really effective. But the one I did yesterday and today are really effective. I use it. This is the strategy that I use with my trading for now on. But anyway, if you guys like this video, if you like this strategy, if you want me to go over it more in the future, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.